Vermont is currently experiencing an insane housing crisis, which has not only contributed to our state's growing homeless, crime, and drug problems, but it's also made it virtually impossible for most lower to middle income folk, especially my age, to buy a home. Here's how it got so bad in Vermont and how it's currently fucking over local residents. So I was chilling in my dining room and I thought, maybe it's time to move. As much as I'd miss joining Burlingtonians paying 45% of our monthly income towards unchecked rent prices above market value for such coveted landlord specials with God knows how much fucking mold behind it, slowly destroying my brain like this dipshit, I figured it was about time to stop living like I was 21. At least I'm not 30 with fucking neon beer signs still on my wall. Although, I do have the fucking autism train poster here. Everybody likes the old autism train guy. You know, it's about time that I give up and become a boring, normie, middle-aged Vermonter. Get my state-issued Patagonia and Subaru, sign up for whatever the fuck Inferno Hot Pilates is, put on some NPR. Oh, that's probably not going to be around much longer. Okay, well, instead, let Facebook AI bots trick me into far-right propaganda with rage bait, your typical neoliberal bubble where I pretend everything's okay. And what better place to give up my ambitions than Central Vermont? Yeah, that's where my dreams will die. Gonna need a down payment though. Shit. Oh, that GoFundMe money. This is how I'll rip people off. So I popped over to Zillow and holy fucking shit. Most of the properties I saw were averaging $400,000 except for a few choice places in Scary Berry. Well, I guess I could follow in my dad's footsteps and sell pills and crack out of it to fix it up. It already comes with that vibe. These prices were fucking ass, but like, how? 10 years ago, the prices were about 1/3 of what they are now. It was starting to look like my dad maybe had the right idea being locked up most of his life. I mean, free meals and lodging with the boys? I thought maybe a realtor could help me find the real gems beyond these peasant online sites. So I called up some realtors and went to check some places out. But upon visiting them, they essentially gave me the same prices. After this, my wee little peepee brain was curious as to how the market got so fucking bunked. So I hit up my followers to see if any experts in the field followed me, and was hit right back by two people. A professor who specializes in the housing crisis, as well as the statistician responsible for collecting Vermont housing stats for HUD. After meeting with them, here's what I learned. The trend for how shit got fucked up starts with the 2008 housing crisis / recession. To go back to a simpler time. While I was straightening my hair to look like a fucking asshole and buying girls' jeans at American Eagle because skinny jeans weren't readily available yet, the average price of a home was $238,000. Until, next thing you know, prices hit the flow and they got low to $195,000 the next year. That was the top song of 2008. The recession caused the housing market to become static, with prices middling between the $190,000 to $220,000 range within the next decade, until one little major bag alert finally popped up for the professionals involved in this struggling housing market. COVID, when prices suddenly spiked up almost $30,000 each year, going from $220,000 in 2020 to a staggering $358,000 in 2024. Major bag alert. Yeah, COVID sucks, blah blah blah, who fucking cares? But what exactly within COVID caused this unreasonable spike in the market? Yo YouTube, you stick that stupid fucking COVID disclaimer under my video yet? Is it down there? Well, COVID saw a trend of people fleeing cities due to 4 yuck factors. Number 1 was yuck, too many people coughing around me and shit. 2 was also yuck, but too many new homeless folk around me now, doing crimes and shit to survive. Gross. 3 was yuck. The price of everything in my city is now crazy as fuck because of scarcity caused by shipping delays, business closures, and stockpiling. And finally, due to the rising trends of businesses letting their workers work remotely, 4 was a bonus subtle yuck. I gotta be in my tiny ass apartment 24/7. I wanna look at trees and shit. I want a yard, a fucking dog, nice lady partner sitting in some fucking Adirondack chairs with margaritas, and to squeeze that dog's face just a little too too hard. And then she yells at me, stop squeezing the dog so fucking hard. And I go, no, he likes it. He's a big boy. Look what I can do to his side. See, check his tail. It's wagging. He likes it. And then she goes, why are you always arguing with me? And I go, maybe you should go video chat with Sean again. And then she does. We do the COVID breakup thing. Now it's just me and the dog, but he's in an Adirondack chair, and I made him a cool little doggy margarita in his dog bowl. So yeah, a market of people escaping their city's hellscape subtly emerged, and housing market folks were quick to take advantage of this. Does anybody want to be my girlfriend who gets mad at me about our dog? The number of house sales shot up like crazy in 2020, with an average of 1,400 sold each month, causing the vacancy rate to shoot down from 7% in 2010 to an unhealthy 3.3% in 2020, which it currently sits at 2.9%, still trending downwards. And as a side note, HUD says in order to maintain fair market prices, the homeless populations, etc., a healthy vacancy rate for a state is 5%. But because our demand here was more than the market could provide at 3.3%, there was no incentives for sellers to keep their prices at fair competitive market rates, and started a very cool free market capitalism trend of increased prices. In fact, newly built homes, not these old shit boxes we live in, from 2016 to 2020 that sold on average for about $310,000 to $388,000, shot up to a staggering average of $625,000 by 2024. Homeowners also saw their land values skyrocket during this time, which raised mortgage rates and residential taxes up an average of $1,000 within the first year of COVID. Middle to lower class families already struggling because of the pandemic saw two options: either struggle more by eating the cost of this shit, or sell their properties that nearly just doubled in value, go buy somewhere else cheap, and leave the mess for somebody else to deal with. And a lot took the latter, and I don't fucking blame them. But can y'all guess who was left to buy these properties? Well, statistics show that the average renter household makes about $45K, while the average homeowner household makes about $95K, with the average of the two being about $75K. I don't know what I'm doing here. So with housing costs averaging 45% of people's income, folks below that $60K threshold found it nearly impossible to buy a house. So a lot of these houses were either sold to local upper middle class folk, out-of-state rich folk who wanted a cute Jonny Tsunami vacation home.
Urchin's motto, man. Go big, go home.
Or mostly big property management companies, and this one's crazy, venture capitalists, with both consolidating independent property ownership. Here's the fucked up thing. There's actually a trend in venture capitalists posing as regular normal ass people, buying properties, then flipping them to the VC, who then either renovate or flip them for double the price, or just sell them to fucking property management companies, who essentially do the same shit, consolidating independent ownership to create more rental units with high rents to make more money. Yes, here. This is a trend happening in Vermont at a very high alarming rate. Alarmist, but at any rate, pun intended, you'll never hear anybody who matters talking about it. Lobbyists, just little shit boys like me who yell into the echo chamber. Speaking of renters, since we're all gonna be those forever now, the average rent between 2010 and 2020 was about $800 to $1,000, only rising about $200 throughout the decade. But between 2020 and 2025, rent shot up to an average of $1,485. But why come they do this to us? Well, as property values rose, so did the taxes on them. And because of those high taxes mixed with the high demand but low vacancy shit show, landlords offset the cost difference on, can you guess? Yep, which is why you see borderline fucking New York City prices here. You're eating the cost. That's right. The fuck you gonna do? Tough fucking titties, bud. Find somewhere else to live. I got 20 other people lined up ready to sign this lease.
Like yourself, bitch.
Oh, but if you do, could you not get your blood all over my walls? I just painted those that cheap, ugly eggshell color. Oh yeah, and that outlet don't work no more. So on top of people losing their jobs, product scarcity, general inflation, and cheap affordable places essentially becoming extinct or hoarded, all of this caused homelessness during the first year of COVID to double from 1,110 to 2,591, which has steadily grown to 3,458 as of 2024. So, in short, an abnormal influx of folks overwhelmed the stagnant market, creating a low vacancy rate which caused housing prices to swell to insane figures, consolidating housing to upper income people and businesses. So folks like me, who are already boxed out of the stagnant market, are now further pushed in to the background. Essentially, you and I are already living in our coffins. So get comfy, bud. So where's the market now? Is it going up? Down? Is this really my coffin? Am I just a rage-baiting alarmist trying to get that nice little view number up, tricking lazy people because they don't have the fucking due diligence to do their own research or educate themselves anymore and just believe propaganda bullshit lies from loudmouth populist assholes in front of a camera because it benefits their bottom line? What was I talking about? Oh yeah. Where's the market? Well, as of 2025, the buying trend has slowly gone downward to about 750 units sold per month. Although the cost of housing continues to grow while the vacancy rate continues to be unhealthily low. While demand slows down, it's still at unhealthy rates where taxes are stupid high and no one is incentivized to lower their prices. So is the state or anybody doing anything to confront this issue? Well, the topic of building new housing has been a hot ticket at the State House for a few years now. According to the Vermont Housing Needs Assessment from last year, Vermont needs to create upwards of 24,000 homes within the next 5 years to make the market healthy again. But actually, there's one benevolent man who stepped up with his nonprofit Let's Build Homes, who pledged back in January to build 30,000 new homes by 2030. A politician with more than 15 years of experience. And that man is... Wait. This can't be right. No. You're fucking shitting me. No fucking way. It's... Mira Weinberger, the former mayor of Burlington. Jesus fucking Christ.
Vermont is our home and we love it. However, today, housing is too expensive because there are not enough homes to rent or buy that meet people's needs and budgets.
Rents are not rising out of control now. They were when I came into office. They're not now. Stabilized.
Where the fuck you living?
There are not enough homes to rent that meet people's budgets.
Is this dude just gonna fucking haunt me wherever I go? Well... Dude's got companies such as Vermont Gas, Middlebury College, and the UVM Medical Network to support his company with this big project. So, God, let's just hope this shit doesn't end up like his big fucking mall pit project when he was mayor here, and the affordable housing he plans to build in this doesn't dwindle from that to $1 million condos like the fucking mall project did.
We can do this.
How do I explain this in simple terms to Vermonters? This shit is like giving a group of starving vegans gummy bears. I know, this is dumb. This feels like a fucking dumb pandering joke that out-of-state comedians make at local comedy shows. Huh, Ben and Jerry's, Bernie Sanders, sandals, fish, hippies, wow, Vermont mentioned. Gotta put a like on there even though the jokes weren't good. You literally did this shit at the beginning. Yeah, unfortunately it works on these idiots and I'm fucking lazy, so real. In conclusion, even if he does complete this with no hiccups, the state hasn't really done shit to regulate these property management companies and venture capitalists buying consolidation. And Miro hasn't outlined exactly what these houses are going to cost for people, so it ain't gonna do us much good if he's just charging $400K a pop for these fucking things. Having more housing is good to pump up that vacancy rate, but that volume doesn't necessarily promise a potential in bringing housing costs down from where they inflated to. It will most likely only slow down the pace of that continuous rise. But if the number of sales continue to trend downward, then we might potentially see it come down as people will be incentivized to charge market value. But we also need to see residential taxes lowered at the same time as well. And that is on the town and state government to dictate. And guess what they're not even fucking talking about? Yep, a lot of moving parts need to trend in the right direction, but based on the past actions of our economy and our government, I'm not fucking holding my breath. Or if the market just crashes, that'll fix a lot of stuff, but it'll also break some other shit too. As for me, well, basically it looks like it's probably always going to be nearly impossible for folks my age in my financial bracket to ever buy a house. So, it looks like I should make my coffin as comfy as I can.
We can do this.
Or maybe follow my dad's lead.
Or kill yourself.
Although, orange really ain't my color. I fuck with those tan shade ones though. Oh, and the blue ones. I wonder, can you choose? Who's in charge of choosing the prison outfits for is it the warden? Maybe I can get in good terms with him, maybe. I guess I should Google sheetrock shit to fix that. From the dining room, I'm Jonny Wanzer, and I'll see you outside. Unless I do that jail plan, then I'll see you through the glass window thing.